Lawn sprinkler system wire for irrigation. This is I'm not sure the terminology, but it's multiple wires encased in one wire, and I'm assuming it's for UF underground feed. So I've used it many years, and I'm assuming they take this into account, but notwithstanding, I never had any problems out of it. Decades and decades of experience. But we addressed the common wire earlier. Which wire? The white wire is the common for the irrigation. I think the irrigation may produce about 24 volts. So one has a plug-in they plug directly into the wall. It may be a 120 plug-in. So apparently somewhere thereabouts there's a transformer, I'm assuming, that bumps it down from 120 to 24 volts and that feeds the valves. But this is the sprinkler wire that connects up to the box. So again, this is the common. The green would be a hot, the black would be a hot, the red would be a hot, the blue would be a hot, the yellow would be a hot. So this would feed 24 volts here. And say on the green wire here, the common wire, if you had a valve, if you had one valve, you would have one common, one hot. If you had two valves, you would have a common for each valve. This common wire would need to daisy chain into the next valve, and both valves connected all the way to the box to the common. And then the 24 volts would feed the outgoing 24 volts from the box to the valve, and then the valve would connect, and I guess the voltage would return through the common. It makes a 360-degree cycle. So this is lawn sprinkler system wire. Now, if one says, well, this sounds kind of similar to heating and air wire, you may be on the right track, actually. The only difference is, in my opinion, the wire might be a little bit different. You could probably use either or wire. But notwithstanding, the sprinkler system, I mean, the heating and air works off of, I think, perhaps a thermistor. The HVAC guys can add this, but it actually senses temperature. Now, the irrigation is on time. So it's set up on a timer, and say if you set it up to zone 1 to run for 5 minutes, zone 1 would run for 5 minutes, zone 2. So let's just hypothetically say we had a common wire and a hot wire hooked up to zone 1. We ran this for, let's just say we set the box for zone 1 for 5 minutes. So then we set this for 5 minutes. It feeds a 24 volt hot. Then it returns on the common, I'm assuming. So we have a hot and a common for the irrigation wire. This, when the box tells it 5 minutes, it runs 3, 4, 5. When it hits 5, the system cuts off. And once the time is expired, then this zone would cut off. The solenoid would be de-energized. And so there would, I'm assuming it would be de-energized, and it de-energized via the box. So the box, once the 5 wouldn't make the contact in the box, so it wouldn't send voltage. So no voltage on the solenoid, then it cuts itself off. Once it cuts itself off, then this zone would no longer run. The water would stop here. It would not continue through this valve if we had a valve sitting here, hypothetically. So a common wire and a hot wire for lawn sprinkler system, underground sprinkler system, for residential uses, some commercial applications. Thank you for watching. If you find any of these videos helpful, useful, beneficial, time-saving, please feel free to share, like, and subscribe, and hopefully it helps, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.